So life.
Good evening, everyone.
Extend a
We are
warm
just
welcome
starting.
to everyone present here. I find immense pleasure in introducing our honorable speaker, Mr. Jitin Chawla. We are really thankful to him for taking his time out to enlighten everyone present here with his knowledge and wisdom. Mr. Jitin Chawla is an MBA graduate from one of the topmost business institutes of India, Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi. He is the founder and director of North India's topmost career counseling and study of abroad firm, Center for Career Development, which is located in Delhi. For 5 years, he has worked with multinational companies like ICI and North India's largest media group like Hindustan Times. Till he discovered his knack for entrepreneurship, with the aim of providing simple but detailed and scientific career counseling, Center for Career Development started on its own journey of transforming the lives of talented students by guiding them on the correct career path. Mr. Chawla's love for reading, unbeatable passion for public speaking, zeal for creativity, clubbed with a charismatic personality, has made him extremely popular and influential among students. As a result, within just a span of 16 years, Mr. Chawla and his dedicated team have already conducted more than 18,500 workshops and 260 career fairs in schools and colleges. On the socially responsible side, he has worked with NGOs like Smile Foundation, Can Kids, Palna, SOS Children's Village of India, as well as associations like Maheshwari Samaj, YMCA, Delhi Malayali Association. Additionally, career meets have been organized with Rotary clubs and few government departments like SCERT. He is also a member of National Career Development Association, United States of America, and actively participates in international conferences in various countries. Moreover, he's also an editorial advisor for Types, a journal published by Transitions Group, United States of America. I now welcome Mr. Jitin Chawla to take over.
Thanks a lot, Shivya. Hi, everyone. Good evening. So it's great to meet all of you today, and I can see people are just joining in, and I can see two comments. A lot of good evenings coming. Hi, Akriti, Himanshu, Ashok, Vikash, and StreamYard. Oh, StreamYard is a software. Oh God, I was saying good evening to StreamYard also. Okay, guys, what is the discussion today? One, of course, the context is study abroad, but I think otherwise also a lot of activities. If you do it, shapes you up and it helps you in institutions here itself. So yes, Swati Mishra, wash hands, wash hands. I will. My hands are clean. It seems. Okay. Good evening, Kanika. Pritish Vijay, you are a regular man. Oh wow, you come every day. Nikita from Tagore. Of course. Oh God. I'm sure you have grown up. I think we are speaking after quite some time. Yeah. So, anyway, I just get into private conversations, guys. You distract me now. So, guys, coming on to, how do we look at our profile? How do we look at study abroad? This entire thing we are going to unravel before you. Yeah. So, my this thing to you is, guys. It's a very different journey. First of all, you need to understand oneself and then figure out what activities, which side, if I can do something nationally, internationally. So I'll cover everything in detail. Also, last 3 years I've been visiting a lot of universities outside. I'll share my experiences in between. And of course, we send people outside. We do a lot of applications, so we keep on getting stuff. Yeah. Oh, Karthik, how are you doing, Karthik? Pretty good. Pondicherry is such a lovely place, Karthik. I just have fond memories there. I was there and I had come from Annamalai. That's another amazing place where you get food on banana leaves and so on. Thank you, Jatin. Thank you. I can see a lot of people joining in, guys. Can I have the presentation now? Great. Dhanraj, it depends if you where you do your MBA from. That MBA as such matlab, is not a nice field. It depends if you've done it from a great place like if you're from IIMs or like I did FMS, so it was really good. I mean, I got good jobs. In fact, 22 years of age, I became youngest area manager and so on. So here there are so many institutes. There are how many institutes are there giving MBA degree? Approximately 3,000 plus in India. How many are good? Maybe top 30, 40. Chalo 50 tak we are fine. Otherwise, not so much. Yeah. Good evening, Kanika. So we'll try and understand this. Ribu or Bushra, can you just put up the PPT so that I can give them something instead of this blah 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 which I keep on doing. जतिन you're from which school? अमन आज करियर्स का थोड़ी देर में बात करूंगा यार अभी आई एम जस्ट स्पीकिंग अबाउट अमन प्रोफाइल बिल्डिंग एंड स्टडी abroad and in fact मैं थोड़ा सा ही बात करूंगा today my team is going to speak but still Dhanraj if you want government jobs I think like law is good. I just got two judges. They came for their child. They came to have career counseling of their child. So I get couple of like humanities people have cracked quite a few exams, like civil services also. Akriti, thanks a lot, Akriti. LFPS, ये क्या हुआ? LFPS school, Lovely Public School, no, East Delhi. Little, yeah, little. Oh, thank you, Dhanraj, for checking out my videos. Okay, guys, let's try and understand profile building. This is really important at any stage. You might be in graduation, you might be in anything else. But let me give you a good gift today, which I shared earlier also. So some of you have visited earlier, you would be knowing Google Digital Garage. Google Digital Garage has 147 videos. If you have attended my webinar earlier and you have seen Google Digital Garage, do share what did you see, what courses did you like. But okay, Anita Gupta, I'll discuss budget friendly universities also. Arjun Suta, we'll just take specific questions after some time. I'll just, Himanshu, yes, MIT and other universities ke liye profile. You understand profile, you understand how to get it. We'll take specific questions also, but after 5-10 minutes, okay? So right now, I'll just get into this presentation fast. Next. So how do we look at profile building? Why do we need profile? All the top institutions in the world, right from a Harvard to LSE to Columbia, NUS. Though NUS, you need very good percentage also, but generally any top institution looks at your profile. In a country like US, a profile might have as much as 25-30% weightage, depends on the university. What is it that you are showcasing on your CV? Yeah, in terms of skills, in terms of projects, which we'll discuss next. So top universities need profile, even for a post-graduation thing. Yeah. So what extracurricular activities, what do I build up from right now so that I'm really, really successful? I think some image was there which would have disappeared right now. Next, it doesn't matter. Swati, a good class to start is 9th, but even if you're in 10th, 11th, doesn't matter. You can start now. So, why do universities need it? Because they are seeing what exposure you have to the practical world, like research. देखो दो टाइप का रिसर्च होता है वन इज प्राइमरी रिसर्च लाइक माय ऑफिस इज इन साउथ एक्स सपोज यू स्टैंड एट साउथ एक्स मार्केट and you have made a questionnaire on what kind of clothing people are wearing, let's say lower, I mean, jeans or whatever. Suppose you're researching on jeans. So you keep on tick marking. Okay, first person, blue jeans. Second person, yellow. Third person, black. Again, blue. And then what is that? Tattered jeans and whatever. So you keep on noting. After 2 days, you will say, out of 2,000 people I saw, 150 people wore black, this kind of a jeans, this one's this kind of a jeans. Yeah. So that is primary research. Secondary research is somebody has already done research on it. It has been published. You take from that source, you take a book, you combine all of that and give your own interpretation. So that is secondary research. Yeah. You can check our research methodology webinar. I think it would be online. If it is not, I'll put it. So अगर research किया है, all the top universities in the world are research based universities. If you are a student who's in graduation, if you're a student of graduation, then you need to do research compulsorily, whatever subjects you're doing. If you're a student of 11th and 12th and you're targeting top universities, it's a good idea to build up your CV by doing research. Okay, we are also looking at, do you understand you're applying for a management program or let's say computer science? Do you understand what is happening? Do you read in that? So if you read and review, then you understand. Yeah. Let's say you are talking about IoT. Now people would say IoT is Internet of Things. लेकिन उसके डिटेल में पता है या नहीं, we need to check. Okay. So, international exposure. Have you traveled internationally? Have you done some internships there? Have you done some social work? Have you participated in some competition? Have you played there? Whatever. Do you have some international exposure? That counts. Or maybe some people don't have it, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. But I'm just covering up all the things. Internship with startups, internship with social work NGOs. So any kind of internships would work. Yeah. And then summer programs don't count so much, but if it is a very competitive summer program like a Yale summer program, or some summer programs are very competitive, then the count is more. But फिर भी it adds one basic point: volunteership. Anything you have volunteered for, that shows that you're a good person, that shows that you care for the society. So some of my students have started their own projects. One guy has done it for dogs. Yeah. Some other has done it for somebody else. So any kind of volunteership programs. Learning online. So have you done some online courses? Like I keep on suggesting to students about Harvard CS50 courses. Harvard CS50 are the top courses in the world for computer science. You can do beginners level. Good for people who are starting out. I'm repeating questions. I'll take after some time, just covering areas for profile building, and I'll come back to questions after some time. So profile building is not for only showcasing the university, but otherwise also you can do it. Maybe you want to stay in India, still you can do all this stuff and build up yourself better than the next guy. India is very, very competitive. So tomorrow you'll get into institutions, you'll apply for jobs, or you'll try to get into the government. So it is very, very competitive. Okay. Wait for the questions, Preeti, Ayushi. I'll answer after some time. Next, personality. So every time you go somewhere, you'll have an interview. Yeah. So you are, let's say you're choosing your subjects. You might have to talk to a senior professor who will ask you, why are you interested in this subject? Maybe you are applying for a small part-time job. Again, an interview. Maybe you are going for an internship. Again, an interview. Yeah. So in fact, one of my students, he was in Australia studying at UTS Sydney, and he was applying for a McDonald's job, but he had to face an interview. Yeah. He was very shy, so he was really afraid before facing. A lot of us are shy, but we can learn. Google Digital Garage has courses on how to give interviews. Very, very important. Yeah. Basic communication you have to build up. Public speaking. Wherever you will go, you need to speak. You need to address people at large. So you need to build this up. Time management, strategic thinking, presentation skills, performance management. So all these things are important. That's why initially itself I said Google Digital Garage, because you can get a lot of courses free of charge. I'll be sharing a lot of freebies in between what you can get free of charge. Okay. Next. Pratham, it is not, yeah, Harvard CS50 will help, but it's not only Harvard CS50 they will consider. They will look at your scores. What was your score in 11th class, 10th class? They will look at your SAT or ACT. They will look at your APs if you have given advanced placement. So any of these will go towards your Harvard application. And of course, your SOP and LOR, which is statement of purpose and letter of reference. Okay, any kind of state and national level competitions you can do. Take it very seriously, guys. Singing, dancing, debating. I'm sure you're good in one or the other area. Quizzing, photography. Yeah. Anything if you'll do, that will carry weight. Next. So, any competitions? Acha, why they are looking at your profile? Because they want to see how you are different from rest of the class. They want to see what value addition you will do to the class. If they give you admission, do you bring diversity to the class? See, any top university in the world, they want diversity. They don't want people to be thinking the same. Yeah. So that's what they're checking. Okay. So Jatin, you can check out Nest. Harshit Vardi, at least depends. जितने ज़्यादा लाओ उतना अच्छा है, but at least 85 to 90% तो चाहिए. Top universities if you're looking at. Generally, last 3 years marks they're looking at. So I'm sure 10th, Harshit, you would have good score, but 11th, get good percentage. In India, for Indian student, 11th, they struggle with marks. Get good marks in 11th also. Next. Okay, so there are some jobs, which are coming down. Can you increase the font size? Otherwise, I'll have to go like this and then look at it. Okay, so what is increasing in demand? Increase the font size, please. What is increasing in demand? Data analysts and scientists, data scientists, data entry people going down because a lot of software, CRM software captures data directly. Earlier there used to be army of data entry specialists, but now it is being opened up in another way. Now I've been feeling finally very good. Okay, AI and machine learning specialists is increasing. Administrative jobs will come down. Big data specialists is increasing. Accounting bookkeeping is coming down. Digital marketing and strategy specialists increasing. Accounting, or because a lot of things will happen automatically. A lot of software people will use, so a lot of accounting will happen automatically. Process automation specialist, business development professionals, digital transformation. Business कोई पुराने ढंग से चल रहा है, you have to transform into new business. So all these are upcoming areas because of digital, because of data analytics. These are really really coming up. Software and application developers will keep on increasing. IoT specialists will increase. Yeah. So these are careers which are increasing. These are other careers are decreasing. Next. Okay. Uh, okay. So some skills are really, really important. Of course, पहले के ज़माने में होता था कि भाई like you can see the orange thing. Orange thing is still there, but decreasing. Just a physical ability. If I look back at agriculture, or you are recruited by the king for fighting in the army, suppose, yeah. So your physical ability need to be very strong, yeah. But now not so much. Now it is a critical thinking which is on the top. Problem solving, self management, working with people, management and communication of activities. So everything is changing. Yeah. Actually, technology also should be even more up because technology is getting to everything. Next. Pratham will be giving you a number. Shivam, we can Shivam was asking what? Yeah, I'll take questions after some time, Shivam. Okay, profile building. This was a India Today coverage on profile building, why it is important. So why your CV is important, So last year sometime this came. So increasingly everyone is aware of profile building, and that is why this workshop. So we'll now get into the details. I have with me Bushra Irfan. Bushra is a psychologist with us, and she keeps on counseling. And Bushra would now present before you in detail about profile building and how do you go about step by step. I'll still remain here, and I will keep on giving you inputs on what you're asking. Maybe sometimes online. Yeah, but I'll take a break of 10 minutes. I've been working right from the morning. Let me eat something. Okay. What percentage we need for abroad studies after 12 directly? Harshit, it depends. Sorry, Pratham, it depends. It depends on course. If you want to go to NTU or NUS, 97%. If you want SMU in Singapore, 93.5%. If you want Canada, generally top institutes for sciences, engineering, 94, 95, 96%. Depends. University of Toronto, 95% kind. If you are going to go to Simon Fraser, then 89, 90. So, बहुत varied है यार. Yale summer program. Maybe Kanchan will speak on it. Harshit, Kanchan will be coming after Bushra ma'am, so she'll speak on it. So Bushra, all yours.
Vipin sir. I think we can have Selva now. Okay, so a very good evening to everyone, and I was listening to the entire session, and of course, the entire objective of today's session is to explain the importance of profile building. So a lot of people were asking with respect to international studies, or probably, how to plan or to get into some of the best universities abroad. Uh, The idea of explaining profile building today is, to help all of you understand that it's not only a necessity for students who are applying abroad. It is equally important for all the students who are looking for their opportunities in India as well, because profile building is no longer, as Jatin sir also mentioned about it, that it is no longer, it is not only limited or confined to your CV that you are going to showcase it to the university, but of course it becomes a part of your personality, that whatever activities you are doing, it has some impact on your learning. It has some influence on your knowledge and your your learning, of course. So I'll quickly cover a few facts and stats in the presentation. Review, can you please put up that? As one, Jatin sir has already shared that India Today has covered the entire article about why profile building is important, and I recommend that all of you who are interested building in their profile and they want to seek the idea that how one should look at, probably this is a wonderful article to look at. So you can just simply go on their website and can check. Next. So the most important thing which I really liked in the entire article, so it says that it's just not again limited to abroad studies. It explains that whichever area that you are going to pursue. So if you are in class 10th, or probably you are in 11th or 12th looking for graduation studies or post graduation studies, so it is very important that you understand the subject matter or the career of it, and you cannot really realize this until and unless you practically do something related to the same. So if you want to build that deep interest in the subject domain, it's very important that you should know what jobs you'll get post to that. So how all this happens? So Jatin sir also already given certain example. You can probably go for some summer program. You can look for internships. You can probably do some volunteership activities, and there could be a lot more. So there is a lot of activities depending on the kind of area you are looking at, the kind of subject or probably interest you have. It depends, and you have different activities or ways of really looking at things. So it changed the entire perspective of looking and building the profile entirely. So we are not just doing profile building to collect certificates. We are here exploring everything to understand and to build more on the knowledge base as well. Next. So how does it help? So again, a few of points I've covered over here. If I explain, I'll give you example as well that most of my student come to me in class 12 standard, and then they ask us to help them build their profile. So generally speaking, 6 months generally are not sufficient to really build on your profile well, because if you are targeting universities like Harvard, Stanford, as I see that a few of students are writing in chat that they're already in class 11th and 12th and they plan to build their profile. So generally what we recommend that a profile building charter may last for 1 to 4 years, depending on the goals that you have, depending on the kind of aspirations you're looking at, depending on the kind of universities you are looking at, and so on and so forth. So it can be of 1 year, it can be of 4 years, depends. So if you start early, it will be it will be very good for you in order to understand and build the entire thing in such a way that university can also see your motivation towards the same. Second thing is your mindset gets also, you give boost to your mind when you explore things. So by doing certain activities, I'll give you example of my personal learning. So when I was doing my undergraduation, I really don't know about what psychology is all about. But after getting myself enrolled for a couple of internships, after getting into research work, after after doing a lot of different activities, I could really understand that whether I want to pursue psychology further or not. If yes, then which will be the specialization probably will suit me. So this is how. And apart from that also, I have seen a student of mine who are currently, working on their profile with us. So they came to us in class 10th and 11th, and right now if I'm looking at, they're working on such projects. They have their own initiatives, they have their own projects working, and those projects, as Mr. Chavla also give an example, that they have their own NGOs, they're running their own NGOs, or probably they have business startups ideas and so on. I'm sure you must be having same ideas in startup, but probably you need somebody to tell you how to really work on it, or how to really or practically convert those idea into something. So that is how it helps. So it's a building process which takes some time. Apart from that, project driven, I've already covered that. It not only showcase your talent, but also help you develop your skills, which we have already talked about. And of course, once you have all those learning with you, so it helps you with your future also. It's just not about admissions, it's about your career also, it's about your job also, because you'll be more practical. Why a lot of students seek their studies abroad is because of the structure, the kind of structure they have. So outside, if you look at any of the universities curriculum, be it in Canada, be it in US, be it in UK, so all these countries have separate year for practical approach. So Canada has co-op programs, so wherein you do you do your internships and learn practically. UK has placement year, and similarly other countries have those years wherein student can actually go and take hands-on experience whatever they have learned during their studies. So this is how what you start building right from scratch. And I have seen also that the student who just without profile building, if they go and take admission, so I am not saying that they don't get admission at all. There are students who get admissions in decent university, but again they find it very difficult to gel up with the system or the structure these universities would have. So this also helps you make it more of a habit, so that you can take things easily. Next. So what is the ideal strategy, admission strategy that we are looking at? So when do we start, what all is to be considered, what all universities would be looking at, and so on. Next. So here, if you see, according to one report, it says that most of the students report these activities to the universities in terms of their extracurricular activities. So if you see most of the activities, the most or the highest percentage is towards community service. So community service also, it matters that what input you are giving. So just getting a certificate doesn't help really, but if you can just explain that what you have done in terms of community services, what were your initiatives, have you taken any lead or something like that, so that brings a highlight. So now you will move from community service level to the other leadership level. So that is how you differentiate. It's just not submitting a certificate. Apart from that, also students have joined academic clubs, have gone to summer programs, into music, sports, research, internships. So these are certain activities which most of the students are doing. So we are looking at ideally doing something which these universities probably are not getting, and they call it a unique profile or unique candidature. So that is to be very, very different. So it is the ideal way. If you are starting, let's suppose a year or 2 years before, so it's the ideal way is to building on understanding that what is already there, what these universities have already receiving, and what I'm going to work upon, right? So this is how you do your research first, and then start working towards your building profile. Next. Pratham, we'll be sharing our contact number. You can simply contact us or probably book an appointment and visit us as well. We can definitely help you. Okay, so now what universities are looking for? So in nutshell, we have told you that these activities you can do, these experiences you can take, but again, the objective is supposed to be very, very clear when it comes to explaining things through activities, because ultimately the activity that you are doing, you are explaining the intent that, okay, this is what I am probably looking at. And similarly, university will also take in the same context that what you are trying to explain it by doing such activities. So first is that what big impact that you are gonna whether you are coming with a changing world perspective, or you are looking for self perspective and so on. So probably such questions university might look at in your profile, in your application that you're going to submit. Apart from that, they will also see, because as sir was talking about, there will be a diversity in your class. So what positive impact on the peer group you can get? Again, with this also, I'll also like to give reference to all these top universities that we aim. So be it Harvard, be it Oxford, be it any other university. So it just, why they don't take student on the basis of academics? Because again, the kind of peer you'll be having out there, or the students who will be studying along with you in your class, have different set of intellectual vitality. So they are smart, not only academically, but also they've experienced things practically, so they can keep a balance of both. So keeping the fact that why they are pushing more towards on practical exposure and learning, because of the way you'll otherwise what happens is that you left out and you are just doing academics and not getting out of it anything out of it. So that is very important, that you have all those learning and experiences before joining any such college. So that is why the acceptance rate is very, very low in such universities. Ritik, I'll answer your question little while. Let me just complete this. Apart from that, purpose and passion, you explain it through your statement of purpose, your essays that you write to the universities, your challenges. So if you have done anything which is very, very unique in itself, so how do you present in your essay and SOP is also a matter of concern. So because there would be sections where you will be uploading your certificates, but there will be certain certain activities which you cannot probably prove certificate for it. So it is also important that what all things you are mentioning in your SOP, keeping the fact that there will be a limitation of words, right? And of course, leadership quality. So this plays very, very important role. In certain university, you might see that they have a separate requirement, especially students who are aiming for business management or management related courses. They have separate requirement of leadership qualities. If you have taken any leadership role, or if you have taken lead in any of the initiative, please mention that too. So there's a separate section or column you may find in your application. So these are the things which universities would be looking at. And probably once you will be building your profile, once you'll be preparing for your application, keeping all these things in mind before really starting off. It's just not filling up an application form and submit it to the university like we do it here. So it is very, very different. It is an art that how do you present it to the university. Next. Okay, Himanshu, it depends that which country you're looking at. Because of the pandemic, a lot of countries and universities have waived off SAT this year. And if you have not written SAT, you still can apply to the places. You can get a number. Ribu, can you please flash our numbers on the screen so that he can take it up and probably can speak personally. Okay, so next is what to do. So how do you start? So it is important the kind of subject you are choosing. So this year I have, I would say 15 odd students who were asking me about which subjects to be taken in class 10th, in class 11th and 12th for particular career or stream. So this is again is very, very important for certain countries, for some particular subjects and courses, that you should be having some particular subject combinations. So this is very important while you are choosing subjects. So if you are feared of, if you can score well in mathematics, and just because of fear of mathematics you take applied mathematics, it becomes at times a problem in certain countries, and of course with some subjects as well. So before choosing, if you're not sure, please take an aptitude assessment to really understand the level of your, of any particular subjects before really dropping it. So it is a matter of concern outside. Critical reading and vocabulary, build on your vocabulary skills. Develop good study skills. So again, as I mentioned, that you might submit your 10th, 11th, 12th score. At times, if you are applying to US, they might ask your 9th as well. Extracurricular activities. Okay, so this is very important. So again, I have seen a lot of students building their profile on their own. So this is absolutely possible, but again, keeping the fact in mind that what activities you are doing, whether it shows your intent towards the program that you want to pursue or not. For example, today one of our student Aditya, who have got $88,000 a scholarship from California College of Arts, which is in US. So, on what basis university has a scholarship has offered the scholarship to him? So here, understand that the kind of program you are looking at and what is required to build in that is very important to connect. So he has gone for a design related program, and we have straightforward suggested him to focus on such activities which only help him build his skills towards the same, and also give or highlight his profile in such a way that he's very interested towards the program that he's looking at, and to work on his portfolio. So again, it is very important. You are not supposed to do all the things that comes up, that you're doing all the internships, you're doing all the volunteership activities, you're doing everything. So it's not required you to do everything. It is just required you to focus on certain activities which gives your insight about your certain skills, about your touch of the program. So if you're focusing on limited areas, if you're doing them 100%, I think that is sufficient. You don't need to do everything. Apart from that, develop summer plans. Due to this pandemic, we don't know next year what happens, but a lot of universities have already started their application for summer school. So if you want to apply, at least you can keep applying, and learn how to win awards. So again, participation at times is important. So if you're participating in a lot of activities that give you a good number of you are building on your confidence, or of course your participation also at times helps, but try and learn when. If you are getting any rank, if you are getting any scores, if you are just to be just you're getting anything, so that helps. All these things will help. So starting right from 10th standard, if you see, choosing the high school subjects to how to win awards. So these are a couple of things which one should start focusing on right from scratch. Pratham, definitely with the good eyes band, you can apply to good places. But let me tell you, if you're already in 12th standard, applications are gonna close soon. So 1st of January would be, I believe, is the next deadline that we are looking at. Okay, next. So leadership I've already covered. So it's important that you are building on leadership skills. So be it volunteership ownership, volunteering ownership, or probably if you are doing your own project, if you are working in a team. So if you're taking any lead, so that is great. Apart from that, if you want to do something online, as because of this COVID, so you can create a website or run a Facebook page, depending on highlighting some of your skills. You can also write blog. You can also maintain accounts for NGOs. So how to approach NGOs? Simply you can speak to them by contacting through their website or writing a mail to them, or probably something like that. But start doing something. Just just don't wait for any opportunity to come up. Start doing something. Next. Okay, so the other ways could be learn a new language, especially if you are looking at European countries. You get extra benefit if you learn a new language, because again, programs you might attend in English language, but again, if you want to work out there, if you want to look for internships out there, learning a language, their native language, always help. If you have any startup idea, then probably you can find a mentor for yourself and then start working towards it. You can be a blogger, you can be a YouTuber, and don't be a TikToker, please. You can also get certification in your field of interest. So here what I mean is basically as sir was talking about Harvard CS50, so it is a program which is for computer science students. So similarly, there are other programs for other students as well, depending. So please check the reliability and authenticity before really enrolling for such programs. And you can be, you can write answers on Quora, or you can also be, you can write Google reviews as well. So just make your presence somewhere, which helps people identify you easily. Next. Okay, so I think I'll invite Jitin sir over here to explain different profiles of student, and we do a quick analysis of few student enrolled in some of the top universities worldwide, and we also explain about. We'll also share our student experiences and what they've got throughout in terms of not only admission but also scholarship. They are also benefited with some good input. So Jitin sir, if you're here, can you please join and take charge? Monica, for masters in psychology, a lot of countries may ask you for a good number of accreditations. So in that case, you can target UK as on priority, because UK doesn't ask for such, and they have a conversion program also. Apart from that, if we are looking at Australia, Canada, and other places, then there are certain accreditations that you have to first take. Otherwise, the other way, if you're not meeting the criteria, the other way is you can enroll yourself for a pathway program and then can get into their full-time masters in psychology. That pathway program is going to be of 1 year. Himanshu, for Georgia Tech, I don't think so. They offer 100% scholarship, but of course they do offer scholarship. For that matter, I think an analysis of profile is important. So you can get your profile evaluated, visit us, and then probably we'll tell you what are the possibilities. Okay, criteria for getting admission in engineering colleges in Singapore, US, and Canada. So, Singapore, US would require you to sit for SATs. Though, because of the pandemic, it is, a lot of places are waived off, as I covered earlier. But apart from that, it is preferred if you have appeared for SATs, it would be preferred. Apart from that, your profile, your extracurriculars, your IELTS, these are the basic. And of course, your 9, 10th, 11th, 12th scores are required for that matter. Okay, Abhinav, this is a pretty long question. It seems, yeah, I could read it. Thank you. So in that case, Abhinav, see, I mean, there's no assurance, but of course there are good careers outside. So if you are spending money and if you have already experience in the same industry, then you have, and especially as you can also, I mean, you must have also seen that Jatin sir was talking about that there are pretty good jobs in IT and computer science based career options. So I think you should get it. But for further evaluation, in order to understand your previous history as well, I think if you can just visit us and speak to us for the same will be a better idea, because I don't want to make any random suggestion. Okay. UX UI design, I would strongly recommend look at UK as a place and Europe. So they have some very, very good program in that, if not US. Otherwise, US has very good number of university. Average cost for engineering, Harshit, it depends which country you are targeting. Otherwise, minimum cost would be somewhere close to 10 to 11 lakhs per annum. And then you can, pursue your undergraduate, and it can go up to 35, 45 lakhs per annum as well. And this is, I'm telling only tuition fee. Living cost would be except, it's extra. Okay, so let me quickly take, I think Jatin sir is not available right now, so I'll just quickly take, carry forward. Okay, sir is here. Jyotsana, there are a couple of courses which you can do outside. So if you want to go for LLM, then there are different program, and if you want to, practice as a lawyer, then probably we have to look at the other route. Ritvik Mitra, for business and eco courses, the minimum cost can be 3.5 lakhs per annum, and it can of course range up to 30-40 as well. And if we are looking at scholarship, so for scholarships, see, no university guarantees you scholarships. On the basis of loan scholarship, one should not look at. So if you are looking at scholarship that way, we need to see that what you have in your profile and what are the chances for you to get the scholarship. Otherwise, the minimum cost of any university offering a decent program in economics and business, probably 3.5 lakhs per annum. And living cost would be somewhere close in that country, I think is 7 to 8. So 10 lakhs per annum is the cost that you have to bear. Okay, I think I have a couple of more questions. Average percentage for admission in Canadian universities. So Canada requires minimum of 75% in order to be eligible to apply. Otherwise, you need 80, 85%, 90% to get good universities out there. Minimum 75% is to qualify, and meeting minimum eligibility doesn't guarantee any admission. So this is just to clarify. How can I get into University of Toronto with full scholarship? Okay, so University of Toronto offers very limited scholarship to students, though they have a good number of scholarships program for different students. And I think our student last year have got very good scholarship. So our student Saksham got I think close to 1,80,000 Canadian dollars as scholarship from Toronto. So it matters, at times university do offer scholarship, but I don't think so Toronto has full scholarship. Okay, where was I? Harshit, I recommend you to, if you have an opportunity to go to Yale summer program, then I would definitely recommend. Applications for the same, I think, generally start from January and onwards. I don't think so it started now. So January onwards, for summer schools, the application begins. Okay, let's get back on the PPT. I think I'll take more questions probably after the session. Okay, next. Okay, so University of Oxford, a lot of people were asking that what it takes to get into the best university. So this is what they're probably looking at. So this is, I'm telling you with reference to some of students' profile who have got through. So you see academics, leadership roles, social cause, research, major internships, work with popular entities, public speaking, TEDx, YouTube, etc. So this etc. can explain you that there's no limitation or there's no particular foundation that these are the only activities that you should do. There could be a number of activity, and probably if you're doing most of it, you have higher chance of getting along with good academics and whatever extra test you need to sit for Oxford University, you have to sit for. Next. Okay, so this was a wonderful example. Nabila Jamshed, she was from Lady Shri Ram College, and she had done her B honors in political science. So you can simply look at what all activities she has done in order to get into Oxford, and after Oxford as well, she has done a couple of good works. So you can just simply check her profile on LinkedIn as well. That if you wish to follow her path in order to be in Oxford, then what all she has done. So I think this is the best way. I recommend all the students who are 16 or 16 above should have LinkedIn account, and you should really have a look at such people who are doing really great job to get into some of the best university, because at times university will also look at that what you have done and how actively you are doing things on social platforms as well. Next. So this is for Stanford. So these are key requirements. So some of the programs, if you check on the Stanford University's website, so some of the requirements they mention there itself, that what all you should have. Apart from that, if you can do extra, that would be great. So stream-based internships, as I recommend that you don't have to do everything. सब कुछ नहीं करना है. There are limited things which probably these universities would be looking at. Local international competitions, interest in sports. So it depends the program you're looking at. So you need some specialized areas. Next. So Shaurya Sinha, Shaurya has built his profile in such a great way. You see what all activities he has done throughout in order to build entirely, and then he could successfully get into Stanford University. So again, university is not only looking at profile. Apart from that, they look at the your academic curriculum also. So divide give 25% to your academics, 25% to your profile, then 25% to your write-ups, then give 25% to your standardized testers exam that you have to sit. So that is how you make 100% of your profile. So just not based on academics you can get in, or based on profile only you can get in. So this is how you build upon. Next. Ashwini, 100% you can go, but you will be joining from class 11th. Generally, any school will not take you in class 12th. So if you are in 11th standard, then you have to join there from 11th itself. You'll not be joining from 12th. Okay, so Sukriti again is another student. She has done brilliantly. She was our student basically, and currently she is pursuing her PhD, and she's also serving as a counselor in Manchester University, UK. So again, if you look at her profile, she came to us in class 12. She could have also gone for undergraduate, but we suggested her to build on her profile first to really understand that what areas she'll be looking at, and then she applied for a master. So again, it varies. It depends. Next. Again, Kritik is a student who now is in class 12th and applied to some of very good universities in Canada and US, and we are hopeful to get some of the best offer letters for him because he has done some of he's worked upon really great project, and he has taught student mathematics on YouTube, on his YouTube channel as well. So again, he had a good profile, he had good SAT score, he had done good academics. So this is how the mix of profile I'm talking about. So what happens when you have all these things in your profile? Next. So Arnav, over here, if you look at, Arnav have got almost all the offer letters where he was willing to get in. So he got offer letter from Toronto University, Waterloo University, and one of the university from US, Massachusetts Amherst, along with a scholarship of $64,000. So how do you get it? If you look at his SAT score, 1510. If you look at his profile, he has design logos for companies internationally as well, in India as well. So this is how you build up and have a mix of all the you have combination of all the requirements. Next. Okay, so similarly, Arsh has done some good video editing work as a freelancer, and he has got scholarship from all the university where he applied, ranging from $48,000 to $84,000. So again, as a lot of people were asking for scholarships, so this is how you get scholarship. This is what you have to do in order to secure good amount of scholarship from the universities you desire to get in. So there's a process of everything. So students who are already in class 12th and 12th, they have to rush for the process. Who are in 11th standard, please get in touch with the team ASAP. You can speak to us, you can visit us. We'll help you understand that how do you process the entire journey of yours of getting into the best universities. Next. Okay, so people who were thinking that because of COVID, nobody is going outside, let me tell you, the competition is double. This year, if you read the, this news of the print, they have done a research and spoken to some of the good consultant in the market. So the number of application is double for 2021 intake. So more and more people applying for outside, and that way you need to have a very strong profile. Next. So some of the students have already started their classes online, though as the vaccine is going to come up soon, so countries are also opening up their gates for international students. So that way, if you are dicey of taking decision whether to apply or not, so let me tell you, the process is on. Avani, I'll definitely answer your question. I'll definitely take it. Let me just cover up. Next. Okay, so for master student, Australian government is offering good 100% scholarships for research-based programs. If you're looking for research-oriented master's program, then they are giving 100% tuition fee waiver. You are getting free accommodation. So it's a fully funded scholarship that we're getting. And of course, there are other perks also you'll be getting. So it's important that your proposal is ready and you have to get it approved from your supervisor. So if anybody is looking for the same, then probably this is the high time looking. You can look for the same. You might get this opportunity for you. Next. Similarly, Hong Kong Polytechnic University is offering scholarship for both undergrad and postgrad. And there's no restriction towards the program, that all areas. So if you're going for engineering, you're going for business, you're going for any other program, this scholarship is available for all. But again, it is going to be very, very competitive, because Hong Kong Polytechnic University is very renowned university, and a lot of people apply to this. So if you want to be eligible for the same, so there is there's a sort of evaluation that is required before you apply there. Next. For summer school, anybody looking for bio-related summer camp and summer school? So this is a wonderful opportunity. Vienna Biocenter Summer School in Austria. The deadline for the same is 31st January 2021. Guys, please check now. This is fully funded summer camp, summer school one can look at. So if you see the perks, so free student accommodation, student will be awarded with the stipend, free medical insurance, and everything is there. So please check whether you are eligible for the same or not, and give your applications right away. 31st January 2021 is the deadline for the same. It's going to be a 6-week summer summer internship, and it is for college grads. Next. Saurabh, which scholarship you're talking about? It's very generic. So how it works? So I think I've already covered that what all universities will look at: your academics, your standardized scores, your extracurricular activities. So it's a mix of everything. So you need to keep a balance of all. Of course, I understand you need extra help in order to understand that what all activities to be done. Then my team Kanchan will definitely come up and tell you that how my team can help you and what our mentors actually are doing right now in order to help. Next. So I'll tell you a few stats also. Somebody was asking about Indian institutes as well. What if we do it from India? So let me tell you next. What is the current situation in the country? So we have only 993 universities. Colleges would be 39,931, and some standalone institutions are 10,725. So these are colleges and universities and institutes that we have in order to provide education to 37.4 million students. So you can understand the competition over here. So this is I'm talking about in general. If I have to calculate students sitting for engineering exam or probably medical exam, so alone medical last year was 16 lakhs. The competition is on the rise. So every year, 35.9% student graduate from arts, humanities, and social sciences are 16.5%. English and engineering and technology is 13.5%, and commerce 14%. So you can understand that we don't have sufficient resources. So why more and more important students are looking for abroad? Sarthak, what is UK admission, UCAS? I didn't get your question. So this is what I was explaining throughout, that why it has become challenging for student to get into Indian universities and why more people are looking outside. So a lot of people, what do? They keep keep both of their options open, the window open for Indian as well as abroad university. So you are applying both of the university, and then based on your results, based on your admission, where you get, and then you compare and you secure your seat accordingly. So this is how what the entire scenario is like. Next. So again, the number of seats and number of colleges, I think I've already talked about it. Otherwise, you can also check the entire report is generated by Ministry of Human Resource and Development, and the entire list you can get out there. Next. Okay, so there are new institutes, new age universities coming up, which are following the traditional path of international universities in terms of their admission process. Next. So these universities are like CREA. So if you look at the admission process of CREA, next. So they take, personal story, which is your SOP. You are writing for international university. You're writing your essays as well. Your academics and extracurricular activities they're asking for. They're asking for, co-curricular activities and so on. So on the other hand, if you see the other requirements, so again, all these universities, if you are planning to apply to CREA or probably Ashoka or probably Flame University in Pune or any other new age university which are coming up, or Shivnanda, so they are also looking for all these things. So why I'm more emphasizing on build your profile is just not for abroad, but also Indian universities started looking for the same. And over the period, the process is going to be so active that you need to have so much of curriculars and activities in your profile in order to secure an admission, not only admission but also internships and other opportunities in your college that you're probably looking at. So this is how it becomes a mandate. Next. Ashoka I've already covered. So I think next we have all these universities and their admission processes. You can simply check on their website as well that what they are really asking for. So even if you are applying India, if you are applying abroad, anyway you need all these things, and you have to start right as early as possible. That means right from your 9th and 10th standards. So I'll take few questions, and then we have Kanchan with us, who is going to talk about that, how you can get in touch with us, you can get your profile evaluated, and how we can help. So I'll start with Aditya Chauhan, best time to give SAT. So Aditya, SATs generally, have 4 exams in a year: March, May, October, December. So whichever is next, you can sit for that. If you are in 12th standard, then probably I will not suggest you to go for the same. Are the University of Australia good for DITEC course? Yes, they have. They have good program, Anita Gupta. You should definitely have a look at it. Swati Mishra, Australia for engineering. I think IT architects and system analyst, I think, are the 2 professions which are among highest paying jobs in Australia. So I think there's a scope for the same. And anyway, right now engineers are required everywhere in the world. Okay, so if you have a low 11 standard score with high SAT score, Harshit, definitely can be considered depending on which country, which university we are targeting. So that way you have to, smartly choose the university and country. RIA total cost to do engineering Canada, it can be as low as 16-17 lakhs to 17 lakhs per annum tuition fee to 26-27 lakhs per annum tuition fee. BTech in mechanical engineering selection process. Avani, it is as same as for the other programs. You you should do some related areas. I mean, related activities in order to build your profile. Masters in finance from MIT Sloan. I think 0 to 3 years of experience. I really have to look into it, Tushar. I have not checked. Probably I can check, and then we can talk about it. Which country is best for engineering? I think I recommend. It depends which specialization of engineering you are looking at, but I think US is best anyway. Avani in Germany. Okay, Germany. So if you're looking for undergrad, then you first have to complete 13 years of education, and then you have to sit for an entrance, and post to that you enroll yourself for their program. At places, German B1 level is also required. So I think for more question, I recommend that all of you can just simply visit us. I have covered this question. Ribu, thank you so much. So our numbers are flashing on the screen. You can simply, book your appointment and can visit us for the same. Now we have Kanchan with us. So Kanchan will help you understand that how do we process and how do we help our students. Over to you, Kanchan. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Bushra. I was listening and it was quite an informative session. So, guys, you have now fully understood what is it that the university requires. Now, no GAN is sufficient or is complete if we do not provide a solution at the end. So here comes the solution. We can help you with Ribu. Can you switch on to the next slide? Yeah, first and foremost, every student is unique, every student is special, and I mean it in little terms. So, understanding your interest and needs is our first and foremost step. So, each student has a different orientation, different interest, and different personality type. We analyze them through an aptitude test, and hence we guide you about the right career stream, the right suitable universities, suitable countries for you, understanding your goals also. Next, we customize the plan according to your needs. So if you are in class 9th or 10th, we have good amount of 2 to 3 years to build your profile, and hence it would be a very detailed profile. But if you're already in class 11th, we hardly have 5 7 months in hand, so everything has to go quickly, and we would be focusing on the most important things first, and we'll not be able to cover it in details. I mean, it's as obvious as that. Then the next step would be to make a 1 year long plan, so that Ribu, can you switch to the next slide? Yeah, so we devise a year long plan with you. Your parents are also involved, so that we know what are our objectives. And not only a year long plan, we also plan 3 months milestones that we have to complete these many tasks in these much time. And accordingly, we have weekly follow up calls with the mentors take a very personal interest in each and every student's profile. For that reason, we have specific mentors, and each mentor is responsible for a handful of students. They are not bogged down by too many students, then they would not be able to help you, give you a value addition. Next. So mentors hand-holding is there at all the times, and it is also your zeal to perform. Mentor can guide you, motivate you, encourage you to do certain number of activities, and tell you the path also. But it is ultimately you have to walk that path. That's the thing. Second, next, we would be focusing on developing a strong profile for the universities, acquiring the practical skills. So we are no good if we do not have a practical experience in the form of internships, summer schools, competitions. If we have not tested our knowledge in our practical world, then our knowledge remains incomplete. Then also enhancing your personality is one of our goals. So we would be focusing on this is how it's really subjective. So wherever your personality needs polishing, we'll be helping you out. Communication skills, public speaking skills, research skills, presentation skills, interview skills, writing skills, all these things would be helpful to you while we are applying to the universities. And these things would also be very, very helpful to you when you reach the universities to survive and shine there. So it's a whole soul program. We call it as student mentorship program, and an individual mentor is assigned to the student. Let's see how do we process. Next, please. Yeah, next. First and foremost, we create a WhatsApp group wherein your parents, you as a student would be present, and the entire team of Jatin Chawla would be present to guide you, so that in case your mentor is unavailable due to any reasons, other people are there to support you. That hardly happens actually. Next. We have monthly parent mentor student interaction, more like a PTM. But we realized that it is very important to have a meeting with parents so that everybody is in sync. And it really helps us also to perform better and to deliver the best of services. Next. So we have systematic career counseling. Now, I totally understand that you guys are in high school, ninth, 10th, 11th, or probably 12th also. And you are, today you are thinking of something else. After 2 months, your friend is doing something else and you might want to do that also. So there is systematic career counseling available at all times, so that we help you analyze what is best for you, and we are there to hold you back whenever you are confused, and obviously guide you in the right direction. Even if you want a career change, we will analyze that thing, and then if required we would proceed with the career change also. So systematic career counseling throughout the year is available with Jidin sir also and with the mentor also. Next. We would be focusing on building your profile, soft skills, and experiential learning that I've covered. Next. You have to be aware that we sometimes tend to over service, because you understand one thing, that growth always happens outside of one's comfort zone. So mentor's job is to push you a little bit at times so that you can achieve more heights, you can complete your milestones, and you reach where you aspire to be. So with this, guys, I would like to conclude here, and I would be answering the remaining questions. Yeah, there's a special discount available for the study abroad counseling services. You can use the code mentioned and WhatsApp or text on the number given. Ribu, you can be there on the slide so that everybody can note down. Meanwhile, I'll just answer the questions. Avani, even if you have done A2 level German, still it is really difficult. We have seen students struggling. Few hard facts about Germany: it has 60% dropout rate when it comes to undergraduate education. One, people are not as friendly as we Indians, or as US, UK, Canadians. So you would not just be facing problem with the language, you would also be alone, and it will be difficult for you to survive. So at undergrad level, we don't recommend much for Germany as a study destination, and it would require at least a B1, B2, or a C1 level. A2 is not sufficient. So Harshit says, I'm applying to YYGS. Any suggestions for the YYGS application process and essays? It is as difficult as a proper university applications. This year we had our students selected for the Brown University. Yeah, interview would be really tough, and you need to focus on the essays. Think time, take 2 to 3 days time, get it edited from your teachers or something. Take lot of feedbacks and inputs before you submit your application. Amani, mechanical engineering is a good choice, but it depends how well rooted your interest is. Like Bushra ma'am would have mentioned, that it is very important for you to actually Nurture your interest, test your interest, polish your interest before you apply to the university. All these things have to be done during your high school. I'm in second year psychology, planning for MA child psychology. So profile should be really really good, and there are certain universities where you might not be eligible because accreditation is required, and you need to check the university requirements very carefully. You can come for a counseling session and we can guide you in much more detail. Chahat says, is Australia a good country to do MS in business analytics, or should I target Canada? I also want to leave software development career. Any good alternatives? So Chahat, business analytics is a very good alternative for computer science and software engineering. So you can do MS from Australia, but also keep Canada as an option. Apply at both the places. Then when you have the admits, then you'd be able to analyze better which university is better and which would give you more prospects. Generally speaking, Canada would be better. Anita, cost for dietetics in Australia, you would mostly be, if you're going for a diploma program, it would be around 10 to 15 lakhs at max. What kind of engineering is paying and in these days? So Shivani, engineering would only fetch you good money if you are interested. If you're not interested in the field, you'll not be able to survive there for long, and hence you might end up changing the field. This is a totally wrong question to ask. Hi, Bushra. So let's take the questions jointly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so cost of dietetics in Australia. Okay, Anita, it depends that whether you want to go for a certificate program or a full-time program. So generally the cost would be somewhere close to 16, 17 lakhs per annum tuition fee, and living cost would be 10 to 11 lakhs. It depends, of course, the kind of lifestyle and city that you're living in. What kind of engineering is paying, and in these days, I think also
Yeah, this is covered. Bushra, next one you can take. This one.
uh,
One second. Yeah. LSE
yeah, I
criteria for
think
masters.
let me just have a look at it. Okay, let's see
Okay.
criteria for masters after eco honors. So, Manisha, you need to sit for GRE exam. You need to have a very good CGPA. I mean, very good GPA or CGPA, whichever you have. So, I think academically as well, and both from the perspective of profile also. At times, what happened, as Jatin sir was also talking about, these university keep diversity in their, in their program. So what happens is that if you have all of the thing, again, there's no assurance that whether you'll be getting through or not, because this happened with one of our student who had comparatively better profile from his friend, and the other friend got through who had comparatively weaker profile. So that way, if you're having a decent GRE and good academics with decent profile, I think you have chances getting through LAC. Study abroad counseling program. So Harshit, I think Kanchan has already explained that what all we offer. So right from which countries and which colleges and which courses you should look at, we also offer services for applications as well as profile building entirely. So it depends that what services you want, so we can take. We work retail management in India. Daksh, I think, I mean, what do you want to understand about it? The colleges or the program or what? So, although it's a decent program, a lot of student and especially Delhi government is very much promoting bachelor's and vocational programs. So, you can definitely have a look at it. Okay.
Bushra, one very interesting question for you.
Very subjective and specific. I probably cannot really explain that if you are vegetarian, so you can study dietetics and nutrition. I don't think so. I mean, I have never heard this question before. Probably I also have to look. What if somebody is a
Anita,
vegetarian?
if
What
you're
is
studying only dietetics and nutrition, then it's fine. But if it involves cooking, then it will be very difficult for you. Even if you don't want to taste it, you might have to cook it. But till the time it's only nutrition, You might have to do little extra research on vegetarian supplements. I am a vegetarian, so I can truly understand your pain.
I think for more questions and answer, I request all to visit us in the office, and we can Kanchan or either me or rest of our team members can definitely answer your queries and help you understand that how you can file your applications outside. Our contact numbers are on the screen. You can also post your query on our website as well, or you can visit us. We are based at SouthX. So I think this is it for today, and thank you all for joining us. It was great evening with you all. Thank you. Tata. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All the best. Wish you all the best for your future journey. Wherever you go, shine bright. Bye bye.